Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video I'll be showing you how to apply makeup. First, I started by cleaning my face with wipes. I've already used petroleum jelly on my lips. Then I am also cleaning my face with Garnier Micellar water, and now I'm applying moisturizer. Originally my plan for this makeup look was, for instance, now if you are going for a wedding or if you're a makeup artist and you want to do makeup for about maybe 5 to 6 bridesmaids, so I didn't use all the products that I normally use on my face. I didn't use everything. I skipped serum and I skipped the oil control, Merak skin prep. I skipped all those things. Now I'm applying primer on my face and next I'm spraying it. So after spraying my face, I started applying foundation. So you guys can see that I skipped some things, some processes that I normally do, because just assuming that you have a lot of people to do makeup for on that day as a makeup artist, you will not have time to do everything the way you usually do it. Let's say you are doing it for the bride alone or only for one person. Next, I'm applying concealer on the underneath of my eyes, my cupid's bow, my chin, my nose, my forehead. For the inner corners of my eyes, I used a lighter shade of concealer, and the outer corners of my eyes, I used a darker shade of concealer. Like I used my normal concealer shade. Then the inner corners of my eyes is a lighter shade of concealer. I also put that everywhere I put my normal concealer shade. I put the lighter shade, but just a little. Now I'm setting the concealer. I'm putting setting powder on every part where I put my concealer. Next, I'm baking. Just a little powder, it's enough, because we'll still put powder again. Now I'm using that shade as a contour. As I mentioned earlier, I skipped some process. Normally I would have used liquid contour and liquid blush, but I just used only powder contour and powder blush. You still have the same look, it will still have the same effect. Now I'm blending it out. Always make sure that you blend out your makeup. There should be no harsh lines. Next, I'm using this shade and this second shade as my blush. Now I'm baking. Okay, I know I said that other time that I was baking, that was a mistake. Then I was applying the setting powder for the second time, just to ensure that the concealer sets very well. But now I'm actually baking, and I'm also putting it at the sides of my nose so that the contour will stand out very well, and in the middle too. So there was excess powder in the middle. I had to use a small brush to clean that away. I'm doing a reverse contour here. For my brows, I applied edge control with a spoolie to brush that up. Then I used powder to set it, and now I'm using a brown gel to draw my brows with a brush. Now I'm just cleaning up the brows so that it's very neat and it stands out. Next, I'm using this eyeshadow primer on my lids. Now I'm using this shade as my transition shade for the eyeshadow, and I'm going to be using a variety of other eyeshadow shades just to get the perfect pink look that I was going for. I know that as a makeup artist, or as somebody that maybe you're going for a wedding or a birthday or something, you might not have time to build eyeshadow colors like this, which is okay. So if you don't have that time, then you can just use one or two transition shades and then go in with your main shade that you plan to use. But if you have the time, then you can build colors. This dark shade of eyeshadow blends out, or I'll say makes the pinkish eyeshadow look I had going on, makes it look more natural now. It blends, it goes very well with my skin complexion. Then when you are blending your eyeshadow, you blend it into your nose contour. It has that it makes it have that connecting look, so that your nose contour is not just on its own and your eyeshadow is on its own. The eyeshadow primer was already creasing. I just used a brush to blend it out. I did not add any additional product to it. How your eyeshadow primer looks is how your eyeshadow would look, so you have to make sure it's very smooth. Next, I went in with these two shades of pink to get the desired shade that I was looking for. Now I'm blending so that there are no harsh lines. Whenever you do makeup, you just have to ensure that you blend, check it, blend again till everything is well smoothened out. But when you are blending, especially with eyeshadow like this, ensure that you don't over blend it so that the main color, like this pink shade, they don't disappear completely. Just a little at the edges so that the harsh lines disappear and it looks smooth, as if they are all joined together. I wasn't satisfied with the dark part, so I went with an even darker eyeshadow and I added it there, and then I was satisfied with my look. Here's how the eyes are looking now. Next, I'm applying eyeliner. I just used the lid too because the eyeshadow was already doing a lot, was speaking, so I just used a little eyeliner, and then I also used it on my lower eyelid too. For my lower lids beneath the eyeliner, I'm using that shade. Next, for the inner corners of my eyes so that they pop out the more, I'm going in with a pink shade that I'll show very soon. Doing that makes your eyes, come out. It just enhances that place and adds an extra glow to your eyes. I'm using this to brighten the underneath of my eyes. It's not a compulsory step, it's if you want to do it. This shade is my powder shade and I just use that to blend everything together. Now I'm applying mascara. For my lips, I'm using the same brown gel that I use for my eyebrows to line my lips. Whenever you're lining your lips, if you have full lips just like I do, then you only overline the cupid's bow. You don't overline everything, only the cupid's bow. Overlining the cupid's bow will make it stand out. Look at how it looks. See how I overlined the first one and see the difference between that one and the second part that was not overlined yet. You can see the difference. Yeah, so you just overline only the cupid's bow and that place will still stand out. But if you have small lips, then you overline your upper lip and your lower lip. Now I'm using those two shades. I mix them together for my lips. I blend it out and next I use lip gloss so that my lips, they glow. To highlight, I'm using that particular highlighter shade. As you can see, the underneath of my eye is looking messy because I started tearing up. So when that happens, you wait for it to dry, you wait for the tears to stop coming, and then you blend it out with a beauty blender and everything will be as good as new. Don't blend it out when it's still wet, it will end up looking patchy. Now I'm setting my face with a setting spray and next I went in with a finishing spray to lock everything in. Here's the final look. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and I also hope you learned a thing or two. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think. I'm just having fun here. I'm enjoying myself because I'm loving the look. Bye my beauties. See you in my next video. I'm sending you all my hugs and kisses.